Suzuki starting grid for the 125 East-West Shootout. Tedesco and Stewart are there. Stefan Roncada, who looked very fast, and Davey Millsaps may have been the biggest surprise today so far, Cameron.
Well, I'm looking forward to the guys going into this first corner, attacking extremely hard. It's such a tight left-hander. These guys are going to be packing it in, and they want to get there first and get on the gas quickly.
James Bubba Stewart running 2:59 in the retro gear in honor of Fox's 30th anniversary. To his right, 1W. That's Ivan Tedesco, the 125 West champion. The 30 board is up in Las Vegas. Let the heavyweight bout begin. Kawasaki's wild to the front of the line. Stefan Roncada. Bubba Stewart sits in second. Oh my.
And this is what we talked about. Someone needs to get a start, get out front. And wow, Bubba going backwards. And Suzuki getting by right there. Looks like that's Hepler that's moved up into second place.
It's a 15-lap affair, and Stefan Roncada fires the first shot. Here comes Bubba Stewart on the inside. Brock Hepler to the outside. Bubba takes second place.
He's got the line, and then Ivan Tedesco also coming in to bang a little bit with Hepler. But the story right now, Roncada's got a clear shot. He's had the fastest lap times in practice. Can he make them work right now?
So as we take a look at our Butterfinger hole shot, we can tell you it's Roncada, Stewart, and Hepler. Tedesco currently sits in fourth. Cameron, the Kawasaki's like a magnet to the Butterfinger hole shot.
And surprisingly, a lot of guys dove right inside there. You would have thought more people get pushed to the outside, and Bubba working it.
Triple for James Bubba Stewart, one of the few 125s who can pull it off, and now he's all over the backside of Stefan Roncada. 2:59, won the piece of 21 in a 125 East-West Shootout title.
Watching the whoops. He has tons of speed. We'll see if he sets him up. He does. He goes to the inside. See if he can get up there, but he can't. Roncada faster through that whoop section.
Stefan Roncada able to hold off James Stewart for yet another lap. The green flag is out, and let the battle begin. Roncada out in front, and this is somewhat of a surprise. Ivan Tedesco is quite a ways back, sitting in third. He got past Hepler, but here comes Bubba. Bubba to the inside. Roncada right back, but Bubba's got the line on the outside. Takes a look back and says, "How do you like me now?"
Well, Roncada can be in the play. Look at that.
My!
Oh, he comes in. I was just going to say, Roncada is not afraid to bang. He doesn't care if James Stewart is the man coming up or not. He wants to prove he has the mettle to battle with anybody.
Did he just awake a sleeping giant? James comes right back, gets the pass back. Here comes Roncada at the triple.
Oh, look
You've
at that.
got to be kidding me.
Looking back at him. And right now, James has that inside line. Let's watch it.
Oh, what a move!
How smart was that? Roncada stops outside wide, dives inside, and is safe. Oh, he saw the setup coming.
We've got a chess match going here. The Dave Coombs Sr. 125 East-West Shootout. It is Stefan Roncada and James Stewart at the front of the pack. Now James is going to work on the inside line. Lots of speed coming in. He grabs some binders. He's going to check this out. What do you think, triple?
I think so, and Roncada's taking the line.
Yep.
And Roncada's smart. He's staying where he thinks or knows James is going to go for the triple, and he takes the line away from him. He's not able to do it, and now Roncada on the inside, and James following. Oh,
Stewart only able to triple out of that. So Roncada moving ahead now. I think everyone out there probably wondering, does Stefan Roncada have 15 hard laps in it?
Well, that's been one of the questions all year long. We've seen him in front. We've seen him run great in the heat races, but he seems to run out of gas at lap 10. Is it a conditioning issue? Possibly.
We're not even a third of the way through, and Stefan Roncada leads James Bubba Stewart here at the Dave Coombs Sr. 125 East-West Shootout, Las Vegas, Nevada. It was a prize fight, Bill, as Tedesco and Stewart. Right now is Tedesco's teammate, Stefan Roncada, who is leading the charge. Stewart sits in second, Roncada in first, Tedesco in third.
And let's see if Stewart does the first two triples there. He has room behind Roncada, pulls up a little bit. And everybody came to this race saying James is going to run away with it.
Well, the turning point was when James Stewart looked around back at Roncada, gave him some kind of look. Roncada has since been on a tear, shutting him down at every corner. I think Stewart still has some tricks up his sleeve. But when we come back to Las Vegas, the battle rages on. Will it be Tedesco? Will it be Stewart? Will it be Roncada? Look at this action. An event that started in 1998 is fast approaching its... Welcome back to Las Vegas, Nevada. It's the Dave Coombs Sr. 125 East-West Shootout from Sandboard Stadium. Todd Harris along with Cameron Steele and Jamie Little. This is the battle, 1 and 2. Stefan Roncada out in front. He picked up the Butterfinger hole shot. James Stewart led for momentarily, and then Roncada came back and put a move like we have never seen put on James Stewart before. But James now, once again, in pouncing position, Cameron.
And he's looking to get to those inside lines. And you know, one thing I'm looking at right now, Roncada's not looking back. He's trying to race ahead, but James Stewart has the speed in the whoops. Now what does Roncada do? He tries to dive to the inside.
Wow. Someone peppered Stefan Roncada's Wheaties with courage because he is going right up into James Stewart, showing him some tire, something that he hasn't seen all year long. Look at the speed Roncada's showing. Look at this. Show him a wheel, young man.
Well, we know Roncada fears no champion a couple years ago, taking Ricky Carmichael out to the bales at one of the Nationals. So Roncada fears no man.
So James Stewart is now your leader. He is followed by Stefan Roncada and Ivan Tedesco. And here's a good battle coming in. Nathan Ramsey, number 25, on board the Honda, the only man to beat Ivan Tedesco on the 125 West circuit right now. Wow, look at the speed he's showing.
How is the speed he carries through there? And see if he can do it again in this whoop section. Looks like Ivan just kind of skimming and looking back. That's something we don't see from Ivan Tedesco very often.
Ivan Tedesco sporting the 1W plate by virtue of his 125 West victory. And the man who beat him in San Francisco, Nathan Ramsey, number 25, on board the Honda right now, doing a great job. Ramsey currently sitting in fourth. Meanwhile, James Stewart out in front is starting to lengthen his lead over number 21, Stefan Roncada.
Well, you might think it's a pressure situation for Ivan Tedesco. I was in his trailer all afternoon talking to him. He seemed so calm, cool, collected. You wouldn't think that he was feeling the pressure. And, you know, probably if you ask James Stewart, he's like, hey, don't run the number 1. That thing's bad luck. We remember what happened to James last year running the 1 plate.
Well, right now, Ivan Tedesco, man, we saw most of the circuit on the 125 West make passes come to the pack, but right now he is chasing two very inspired riders, and he's got Nathan Ramsey on his back wheel.
Nathan on the game in those whoops, especially that first longer section, catching up.
Here's the interval. Stewart to Tedesco, that's first to third, over 6 seconds. And unfortunately, I have a feeling that James Stewart is starting to lengthen that. He has got clear track over 100 yards ahead of him. He's going to go triple here, double, and down. Meanwhile, the chase is on. Ivan Tedesco. Watch this. Tedesco's got it. Ramsey's got it with ease. So there's your split screen. On the top is your leader, James Bubba Stewart, number 259, on board the Kawasaki. Many wondering if he's going to stay on board Kawasaki when he makes the jump to the next Supercross season. He goes to 250. The battle for third, a good one. Ivan Tedesco currently sitting in third with Nathan Ramsey in fourth.
And you see Ivan dropping a bit in the whoops on the bottom right of your screen. Nate Ramsey on the run again. Both of them a little bobble on the exit there.
This has got to be a frustrating position for Ivan Tedesco because I think he thought he would be up here doing the same thing with James Stewart. Right now, he is nowhere near James Stewart. His teammate Stefan Roncada is trying to do that job, and it's Nate Ramsey that's just keeping Ivan Tedesco's hands full. Ramsey's speed through that whoop section, Cameron, is unbelievable.
And the track, when I talked to Nate Ramsey today, he seemed really comfortable with the track. And when he saw the whoop section they put in, he was looking like he was pretty pumped on the whole deal. And right now, you know, after talking to him today and watching him ride, he seems pretty inspired. It's unfortunate he didn't have a better start and was more up in the mix with Bubba and with Roncada.
So you're running order right now with Stewart, Roncada, Tedesco, and Ramsey. Ramsey threatening Ivan Tedesco to take away that podium position right now. Does he do it right here?
And in that long whoop section, it looks like Ivan has one whoop somewhere just past the middle. And they're both flat tracking it there. Ramsey a little squirrely on the come out. But it seems like there's one whoop in that long section that Ivan's front wheel is dropping down into. We're going to have to see. Maybe it's where he's chosen to go on the track. Maybe the lines feed in a little bit more. Wheel dropping in, but it doesn't seem like he's skimming all the way across through all of them.
If you're just joining us, this is the 125 East-West Shootout Dave Koontz Sr. Memorial. Your leader right now, James Stewart, being followed closely by Stefan Roncada. And the battle we're watching right here, this is for third place. The 1W, the 125 West champion is Ivan Tedesco with number 25, Nathan Ramsey, right behind him in fourth.
Here's that wood section. Let's see if we can see. Just looks like Ivan drops there in the middle. His front tire didn't come down. His back tire definitely did drop down a bit. He had made some time on Ivan on that lap. And I'm sorry, he had made some time on Nate on that lap. And now Nate's right there again.
Yeah, it always seems to come in that one section. Meanwhile, as I look at the track, Stefan Roncada is staying within 50 yards of James Stewart, so he's not running away with it. Riders down on the track ahead of James Stewart. That's going to slow him down just a little bit. But Nathan Ramsey continues to look for a way to get around Ivan Tedesco. Our credit goes out to the Dirtworks folks, Mr. Winkler's crew. They have kept this track in great conditions despite warm temperatures today, Cameron. Everyone thought it might blue group, get slippery. They did a great job.
Definitely the best job I've seen with this Vegas track because of the heat in the day. It's been tough, but
as we slide back, so we know Stewart's out in front. That's Roncada, Tedesco, and Ramsey. This is 188. Davey Millsap's currently sitting in fifth place. A kid who really got into James Stewart in their heat race, running in second behind Millsap. Looks like Brock Hepler, the other young rider, number 60, also on board the Suzuki.
We talked about Millsap switching to the four-stroke just this last week. He loves the motorcycle in his heat race. Seemed to be on fire, and here it just doesn't look like he's had, you know, the start or not right in the right position, and Brock Hepler still trying to give chase. These guys are teammates rocking it out in the same rig.
Youngsters, 16 years of age, certainly bright. You factor in Ricky Carmichael going over to Suzuki. Tell you what, Roger Nakasa's got to be pretty happy with his stable of riders. 188, Davey Millsap's going through. Brock Hepler, number 60, going through. Hepler out of Pennsylvania on the Suzuki RM Z250, American Suzuki Motor Corps and Dunlop sponsored bike. And Davey Millsap's out of Cairo, Georgia on the Suzuki RM 125. American Suzuki Motor Corps Dunlop. The change to the four-stroke. What do you think brought it on?
Well, one thing that I was thinking about, and I asked Davey, I walked up to him today and I said, hey, Bigfoot, he's got gigantic feet and his boots are monstrous. And I asked him, I said, how much do you weigh? He said, 175 pounds, so he's one of the bigger riders in the 125 class. And, you know, a little bit more power, a little bit more tractor there, helps him get over the jumps. That was the one thing he said was the big difference. He said if he was on his 125, he wouldn't be able to clear the one triple that everybody's been having a hard time with.
Yeah, and I'll correct myself quickly. He's still got him listed on the Suzuki RM 125. As we go back and take a look at the battle for seventh, looks like Hansen is in there, number 68 on board the Yamaha. This is the battle for seventh. And, you know, young Hansen, he had so much pressure, Cameron. I think when he went back east, it was just taken away from him. Back to the battle for third. Ivan Tedesco, and here comes Nate Ramsey. Maybe he's figured it out here.
Same spot in the woods. He just makes all kinds of time. Then he has a little bit of trouble coming out of that one. Now we'll watch him go through the lap. Ivan seems to put the time back on him. If Nate can just get to the inside possibly on that wood section and set himself up just a little bit differently instead of being on the outside Ivan when he pulls up next to him.
Dave Ramsey certainly deserved to be on the podium here at the end of the Dave Koontz Sr. 125 East-West Shootout from Las Vegas, Nevada. But so is the 1W of Ivan Tedesco. He has been dominating all year long in the 125 West Circuit. And right now it's Kawasaki 1, 2, and 3.
And there's your only two guys who win on the West Coast right there in your picture. So we know they're both capable of being out front. And the teammate Roncada running out there with James Stewart. Pretty incredible story. I'm really stoked to see Ron doing it. And here's that whip section. He pulls up alongside, but he doesn't have anywhere to go. You got to wonder if he could try to do that on the inside. And
this time he's a little cleaner through there.
And he's
now
got
he has the inside line.
And he pushes. He pushes out Tedesco just a little bit. Keeps it clean, but you can definitely see he wasn't turning as tight as he could be.
So the Kawasaki stranglehold at the front has been relinquished. Nate Ramsey joins the fray. He currently is in third. Ivan Tedesco now sits in fourth. Tedesco's going to have to work some of that hot sauce magic if he wants to make it a Kawasaki sweep. And it's the final lap here on the 125 East-West Shootout. James Bubba Stewart has been absolutely dominating tonight, sporting the retro gear of his favorite rider of the era, Mr. Bradshaw. So the new beast of the East, James Bubba Stewart coming through. Stewart takes the checkered flag. Your winner, 125 James Bubba Stewart.
And James is stoked after last year. I asked him about it. He's like, you just see he doesn't even want to talk about the crash. Roncada coming up. Congratulations. Big James.
Big James
Stewart
pretty
Sr.
happy.
Yeah, I think he's happy about it.
Oh, we're going to get a dance?
Oh, well, come on. Are you kidding me?
I'm thinking the Soul Train cameras, get ready, because it's a sprinkler, the dirty worm. Maybe he just doesn't want to get that new gear dirty. Who's number one?
Big Daddy's stoked.
He's asking it like we didn't know beforehand. James Stewart puts on somewhat of a reserved show there, but dominating. The first few laps, Stefan Roncada, give the young man credit. He ran with him, did a great job. Wow, he broke a sweat even this time, Cameron.
Well, the big story, if you would have asked me or told me that Ivan Tedesco wouldn't finish on the podium, I would have laughed in your face, but fourth place.
Well, he deserves this ride, and I think a lot of people in Supercross are going to miss him in the 125 class. The other 125 riders aren't going to, but James Stewart has said that he will make the jump up to the 250 class for Supercross. He still has an outdoor season, though, to contend for.
And that is his mechanic, Jeremy Albrecht. We call him J-Bone, the former mechanic of Fro, Jeff Emick, so no stranger to championships. And
have someone tune your bike, J-Bone's not bad.
These guys are quite a team, and they get along so well. You talk to them in the pits, and Jeremy's relaxed, Bubba's relaxed. Everybody is just calm and cool.
Well, a great show indeed. The heavyweight battle was just that. The players just a little different. When we come back, we'll talk to that man and the rest of the podium when we return to Las Vegas, Nevada, Sam Boyd Stadium, the Dave Coombs Sr. East-West Shootout. Boyd Stadium, Las Vegas, Nevada. It's the Dave Coombs Sr. Memorial 125 East-West Shootout, and the conclusion, well, what a great race as we take a look at our Honda 125 main event results. Your winner on board is Kawasaki James Stewart. Stefan Roncada holds on for second, and Nathan Ramsey picks up the final podium position. A great night of racing, and I think once again James Stewart showed who the man was. Right now, let's send it down to Jamie Little.
Todd, I'll tell you what, two of the best battles we have seen all night, hands down, were these two guys, well, with their own separate battles. And Nate Dogg, right at the end, you know how to lay down the hammer. Tell me about your battle tonight.
You know, it was really close all night with me and Ivan. I was behind him for a long time, made a huge mistake, lost some time, but my Honda was running good, so I caught back up, and I just knew 15 hard laps, and he left the door open kind of over the finish line for the last lap, and I just squeaked by. I'm happy to be there. It was a good series. He's the champ. My hat's off to him. I wanted to win this thing tonight, but we're amongst some good riders, so I'd like to thank God for keeping me safe, and there's always next weekend.
All right, great series it's been for Nate Dogg, and oh my gosh, this guy surprising the heck out of a lot of people the way you rode tonight. You made that guy work for it. James Stewart had to earn it tonight.
Yeah, he sure did. My Kawasaki was great off the start. I got the hot shot, and that was great. And James was right on me right off the bat, and he was putting so much pressure on me. It was pretty fun the first couple laps. We had a good battle going on, and I really wanted to win. I mean, I have to shave. I don't know when I'm gonna shave. I have to win before I have to shave. So it's too bad I didn't win, but I'm really stoked I was able to battle James. He's a great rider, so I'm happy.
All right, well, the consensus is they're both glad it's all over with.
All right, thank you very much, Jamie. Congratulations. James Bubba Stewart, number 259. He's standing by with Jamie Little.
Well, you guys, back in 2002, he took this exact place on the podium. He won the shootout as well, but that was for the West Coast. Now we're back here on the East Coast. Hey, you came out and conquered what you had to do tonight, but, Roncada kept you honest.
Yeah, for sure. You know what? Jamie, I struggled all day long. We had pretty crappy tracks, doing just water and stuff, but, it turned out pretty good. I felt like, it's just confidence right now, but, I felt like if I was going to lose a race, it was going to be this one. So, this is a good confidence booster, and, it's just ready for outdoors, baby.
All right, so you guys do realize this officially was the last 125 Supercross race. Are you happy? You a little sad?
No, I'm awesome. It's time to step up, and, like I said, if it was one race I felt like I was going to lose this year, it would have been this. I struggled all day long, but my Kawasaki, Rick Ash, my boy David Banner, T. Haynes, and Jamie Little, and all you guys out there checking me out. All time, baby. All time 125 winning the Supercross. It's the way to go out.
In October, we're back here.